Oops, that's no camera. There we go. That ISO is terrible. It's gonna be so much better when I actually have lights behind me. We've got like a couple dangling, like utility lights. Alright, morning. As promised, I am back bright and early for more dev. Get stream view up. Alright, let's check on the experiments. Ah, okay, that's the one I really wanted to work. That's crazy that this doesn't repro, though. That is crazy. Okay. At least we have something for comparison now. No, like, at least we have something to go off of. Maybe. Wait, is it? Why do we have two of these? Wait, hang on. Is this? Oh. Huh. I see. We gotta run another one of those, unfortunately. I know what happened exactly. It's friggin' Bet, it's your fault. Nah, Bet's cool. Alright. Is this the one that's totally crashed? Yeah, nan %. Yes. So what we gotta do... We gotta do the, deck ref. Deck. Net. Put. Okay. In the loop here, where we're decreasing, we're decrementing the quarks. That took me a whole day to find that bug last time. I'm not gonna forget about it. Cool, so we got all that. That'll just run. Okay, so sadly, neither of these is really working, but it's kind of tough to say. I mean, we do have 85 runs and nothing amazing, but the fact that this goes out to 300K... How far does this go out? Yeah, see, this doesn't go out as far. This is only out to 100K. So there might still be something there, you know? Now, other than that, we got to look at neural MMO. Is this our DDP run? What is this? I think this is our DDP run. CUDA error. Unspecified launch failure. So, yeah, this thing must have gotten some NANDs at some point. That's rough. But we did get $32 billion steps. We get to 4.6. That's pretty decent. And then we can see that this is failing at that logic norm. Let's go compare this run to these guys. Where'd my run go, man? Okay, so this is the latest run that I had. I have this one. That's not bad. It does seem to sat a little earlier. I don't like the direction it's headed in, but the rerun sweeps. That's reasonable, though. Okay. One of two things potentially, like one of two things fixed. This is just gonna have to run for a good chunk of today, this repro. Let me think what we can do with this here, though, with this knowledge. Tough thing with neural MMO is it's really just hard to run big sweeps on neural MMO, right? I mean, can't we technically... Probably technically we should be able to make it so that this sweep stuff, like sweep runs DDP. Yeah. It's 8:15. I think we're gonna have some drone guys coming by today for submit their drone in, which will be cool. I think the main thing for today is gonna be, well, let's get a sweep going on meta first of all. Our sweeps aren't perfect yet. I don't want a bottleneck waiting for sweeps. Let me think what we can do in the meantime here productively. There's some stuff to fix up around DDP. I also have profiling stuff I can do on meta, right? Why don't we just like start messing with DDP a little bit? Yeah, let's just start messing with DDP a little bit. Get meta set up, and we'll see what happens from there. Me also go grab my morning coffee. Been on the pot. Okay. Mug has so many equations on it, I could probably learn my particle physics off of just this mug. In chemistry. It's literally just random well-known equations from math, physics, chemistry. The heck? Failed. There we go. I just copied thing wrong. Okay. Where's our torch run command? This is current train speed. CUDA unknown error. Oh, this is actually the thing that's breaking this is just CUDA drivers dropping. Huh. That's super annoying. That's probably what broke it. NVML. Huh. That's weird. Do I just have to reboot this thing? We'll try it. Give this a second to come back on. What we want to get is we want to get some like really nice solid perf numbers on GDP. I don't know though if we're gonna be able to get it to train well with giant batches. Actually, let's see how OpenAI 5, like their batches. The effective batch size is 120 times 16 samples. I mean, they had batch size 3 million. I think this is the mini batch size, honestly. They got good training out of batch size 3 million on Dota. Gonna be on us to do that here. What's going on with TinyBox? Let me go check what's this thing has come back on. See if that comes back on now. Oh man. Hardware thing is tough. That's gonna be a problem because I don't have the cable that I need coming until tomorrow unless I randomly have a VGA somewhere. Definitely need these things running. What happened? Some driver shenanigans? All I did is reboot it. There we are. Oof. Lovely. We are set. We actually don't even need Neptune for now. This. I want to get speeds first. This is 750K, right? What if I do this? Million. There's like some reason it's a batch size maybe. We should be able to get way more than that, like close to 2 mil. Gotta be this num m's, right? Up to like 4 n's here. Yeah. The original, was it 16? Was it 8? I think it was 8. Eight. This is double buffered. You need 64 cores for that, so the most I can do is 4. Do 5, but that doesn't help. I could technically. You see this? Okay, Okay, so that gets us 1.1, but then the trick is going to be if we do 8, or what is it? It should be like this, right? 2, 2, 1, 2. Be better. Okay, 1.1 mil. But 4, 2, and 2. Or was it? Is it 4, 4, 2? Okay, 1.5. This actually gets us, like, decent-ish scaling. Let's actually see how close this is to just, single GPU. Oh, this matches. This is basically linear. This is 400K. Little bit of env time leak, little bit of copy time leak. Really shouldn't be any env time leak. This env is really fast. We can profile for that. But okay, so like with this, do you lose if you do Let's see if you lose if you do this. You lose a little bit. A little bit. The problem though is I can't Hard pass batch size is rough. Yeah, how many M's did they have in Dota? They had like a lot of M's. $57,000, I believe. Let's leave this for now just because it's like the direct replica. And like this should be basically, this should repro the original train run with these settings. Now the total time steps thing we have to account for separately. But if I just do this, I get 2 million step a second training. Really? Can't initialize NVML. can't initialize. That's ridiculous. It's gotta be this, right? This is like a well-known thing. The NVIDIA runtime it needs. Let me make sure I have everything committed. It's super annoying. That's fine. Let's see if I can even start the darn container now. NVML error. Have you set runtime? Have you set the NVIDIA runtime? I'm getting ChatGPT. This shit's retarded. Like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with. Like, literally, Grok just stops working after 2 or 3 messages 80% of the time now. I'm mad. Like, I don't know what the hell. To be fair, it's not like I haven't seen it with GPT as well, but drives me nuts. Why is this not just autoed? Absurd. Is this even... There's nothing in there. That's, like, absurd. Oops, where'd my chat go? There we go. I always forget to leave that up. Okay, we get a different error. He enters bad state. Ugh. Hey, Boxin. Couple hours, I'll fix what you wanted me to fix on Common Pool. Awesome. Yeah, let's get that stuff in, man. Like, there's so many cool multi-agent experiments that we have that should just work now. Like, Puffer's gotten pretty darn solid on the RL side. You just... Env has to be correct. Resources, like, rewards, observations, all that stuff has to be correct. Get a sane experiment config, and you should actually be able to do some pretty cool science there. Driver and toolkit versions. Huh, look. GPT doesn't work either. None of them work. Try restarting this one. Nope. Oh, that's just infuriating, man. How about Docker? Maybe it's Docker. Nope. .570 CUDA 12.8. You already have drivers updated. That doesn't make any bloody sense. Apt update. Already newest version. Yep. Frickin' Docker, man. I could technically go to a VM-based thing. I don't think it's the right approach, though. Like, nuking Docker entirely because of this is such a bad play. Docker gives us a lot. It's like the only heavy thing I actually think is useful and worth it. Holy hell, is the driver stuff bad. We'll spend a few minutes on it and then I'll just do that. Yeah, no. It's just like just adding crap. Okay, well, we'll try the lightweight one. Driver shenanigans are just ridiculous. The UV setup might just be easier these days. And I want to I gotta come up with like a decent way to just put like reasonable bounties on shitty infra bugs like this, so I can just like use the quick workaround for now, and then like I don't know, like if I put a few $100 on stuff like this, probably people would just like fix shit like this. We're at the point here where I really need to focus on the RL side, not just like you can pour unlimited hours into dealing with shitty infrastructure, but it's like I need to get the RL going here. Morning to folks on Twitch and YouTube. Hello. I'm gonna try to make today a cool get high perf distributed training stuff stream instead of a fight stupid infrastructure stream. We also have the guys that work on the drone environment be coming by in a bit, some point today. We'll get that merged into PufferLib today as well. We still have some fixes to make for 3.0, but other than that, it's pretty stable. Some Indian companies. That's not gonna work, man. Yeah, that's not gonna frickin' work. I think just putting a bounty on stuff is way more effective. Because you have to pay for the deliverable, not for the labor. Because otherwise they'll just charge you for labor and like not fix it. Like it's not dumb work, right? It's like you actually like you need somebody who's just like fought Docker a bunch and knows all the possible things that can screw up with it. Oh, it's on the host now. Are we not training on CUDA, though? How does that make any sense? Oh, it's on... Is this just... This can't be training on CPU. It's not training at... What? How's that make any sense? Okay, it is training on GPU. That's really weird. Torch works fine. It's just high. It's something with NVML. That's just dumb. Okay. Well, I can train. $468. Is that faster? It is faster. Let's see what the fastest possible training we can get. Okay, it's 470K SPS, roughly. So if we just put this to be numEms is like 4, then we do 2. Okay, so you lose a bit to the environment here. So if we fix environment, this will be exact same speed. Okay? But 420K. Where's the torch run command? Hello again, great stream. Thank you, Kirthi. Okay, so this actually does still break. It seems. What's your educational background? I finished my my PhD at MIT a little over a year ago. I've been working on AI since I was like 16. This can't just be libNVIDIA containers, so this recommendation makes no sense. What? Oh. It's not just a container error. Crazy. That's crazy. Like, NVIDIA SMI works fine. I have correct driver versions. I didn't mess with driver versions. And it just randomly drops NVML. Yeah, this is now on the host is the thing. This is not just the container. The heck? Can't initialize NVML. What is... Doesn't that just come with CUDA? Is there like a version conflict possible? I can reboot it for now and see if it drops again on the host without the container. I don't know what else I would do. That's like absurd. That's crazy, man. Hardware's got some demons. I thought it was just a Docker error. I don't know, maybe somehow it propagated so like it fails in the Docker. This at least should let me run a couple things, and we'll see if it drops again. Like, the thing is that this error also happens if you're just dumb and have the wrong, like, if you just have the drivers and library different versions. But, like, I don't have that. And, like, I don't get the usual, like, the drivers work. NVIDIA SMI runs, all that. So, like, all this stuff is wrong. Ah, man. The crazy thing about this is there's literally no way around it. Like, this is why people don't like maintaining their own hardware. Because, like, you have to deal with stuff like this. But the thing is, the alternative, right? If you tried to rent a box that's as good as this for RL specifically, like, you're going to be paying over 100 grand a year to rent equivalent hardware. Like, literally, this thing pays for itself in 2 to 3 months of usage. So it's like you can't, and that's actually at and that's at like the ridiculously low H100 prices now. Like it's even worse uh outside of the ones that are basically selling extra capacity slash selling at a loss. It's because like the consumer chips that you want to run stuff on are a tenth of the price of the data center chips, even though they're the exact same speed. It doesn't do a clean reboot either, which is sketch. I'm gonna give this a minute to come back on, just saying like maybe it takes us, maybe it just takes a bit, but then we're gonna just go reboot that, and then we'll make sure that this works. And I'm gonna go check on the box. Get more coffee. Fighting CUDA drivers, not a good way to be spending my time here. This should come back up in a second. This one does actually, I know, takes a second to reboot. Fighting CUDA drivers not ideal. Bam. Yeah. Bam. These guys are cool. I've got like some optimizer people here. Okay. Let's see how long the CUDA drivers last for this time. Okay, this is fine. What's the command for this? VN bin. No, there's no VN bin activate. Really? There we go. I don't know why it wasn't showing up on LS. Let's see if the driver issue survives a reboot. Okay, is that the same speed as before? Yeah, this is the same as before-ish. Oh, this is fine. Now what we have to do is we gotta do torch run on this thing. This should be 6. So 400K up to. Okay, that's like linear scaling. Yeah, it's perfect linear scaling. So, we do have some stuff to fix on Neptune with it like logging weird, but I'm trying to think if it's like, is it worth just running this to see what this does? It probably is, right? And then what, like total time steps has to be cut in 6, I believe. One, 2, 3, 1, 3. 3. Max. do. Okay. Gonna need Neptune password. Uh-oh. What do we have in? No module. Really? What did I have in the hyperbolic command? Did I not install train? I did. Am I not in the VNF? That's probably it. Okay, whoops, we don't need that. We need this. Yeah, and actually I'm not going to let this full run right now yet, because I also want to get meta working first. This is another env, and I'm trying to help these guys get their training running super fast. In fact, I can probably even just run their training on this, because this doesn't take very long. Was it Omega? Where is it? Pip install. I think I actually just added their depths because it was annoying me. What is this thing doing? Dude, this was supposed to install like 3 packages. They must have added some crap. I don't freaking know, man. Do we still need... And they broke PufferLib. Very nice. Do we still need episode return? Or is score enough as a minimum? So none of those are required. It's just like they're good metrics to log. I don't know why this uninstalled Puffer. What the hell is this Antler 3 Python? What is this garbage? What the heck is Antler? Why the hell is this in there? What's the fundamental difference? Episode return is the sum of rewards over the course of an episode. The score is completely unrelated, right? It could be. It's just like if you have a game, right? Like in Enduro, there's a score. So that's what the score is. It has like you're not even necessarily rewarding based on score. Oh, I know what happened. God damn it. No build isolation. Python ecosystem, I swear. Okay. There. So this is default meta. We get 500k with a little bit of env time. Now, it's a little tricky because I only have 4 workers, I believe. Okay, so if you have 39% N of time, 300 some odd, okay. And then go up to this. Kinda need to. That's actually faster as well. 70% N of time. Okay, so now what we get to do is we get to do this run. Steps. This will be basically identical run to before. Where's my freaking cursor? What is wrong with, like, what has this done to my terminal? I have no cursor. The amount of dumb shit that breaks. Holy hell. Wait, what? N nodes? N proc per node. That's like, oh, per nodes. Wait. Hello? Why is this spamming white space? Hello? Why is this spamming white space? Literally just spamming white space. Okay, there we go. There's something. $1.7 mil. This not log? No, this does log. It just logs repeatedly. Okay, and this actually does seem to be training. That great company. Let me just see what these guys are. I'll let this run. I gotta go check what this freight delivery is. I was just making sure that wasn't the lights from my building showing up. Still haven't gotten those in. Okay, what do we got here? We got heart get. We should have some older meta runs, maybe? Yeah. So, this is the run that we're trying to match. Gotta do this, though. Interesting. Not doing as well so far. I mean, I'm going to be able to match this curve. So if this run doesn't work, like, no big deal. I will just adjust the param so that the curve matches. And then it will just be a matter of figuring out, you know, how to get this thing to effectively train with larger batches and whatnot. This should have, like, nice stable updates. We'll see. Oh, God. Are you kidding me? This again? Oh, man. Unspecified launch failure. Still NVML. I don't have mismatched drivers in library, though. Super obnoxious. What the heck, man? High NVML. What do you even do when something fails like that? For the new binding code, how do we unpack into C arrays? Why is pause a keyword arg? What is env pause supposed to be? XYZ? Is it just one of those? Is it like initials position or something? You would just do XYZ if so. Like technically you can do it. Like you can do it if you want to mess with the Python C API to pass a tuple, but it's going to be a heck of a lot easier to just pass 3 args. Python C API kind of sucks. I'm getting breakfast in like 5-10 minutes, Sam, and then I will be back afterwards. And I can help you merge in that env, get some cool training runs, all that. We actually really wanted to start doing drone stuff, so I'm glad that you've got like an env because I'm probably going to be jumping in and helping do a whole bunch of stuff in this area soon. Oh, this threaded. That's interesting. Yeah, man, there's going to be like so much cool RL around here. Currently working on distributed stuff. I'm gonna have to go in a couple. But for the folks watching, I will be back right after breakfast, and we will be getting more distributed stuff working today. Okay, we do this. Of course, I have to now reboot the machine, don't I? Because it's like, it's just crashed. In order to see if this then doesn't crash anymore. That's crazy that just accessing it will crash the driver that bad. In use. Uh-oh. Great. Maybe just Python didn't get killed correctly. Well, I'm gonna have to go in literally like a minute. So for the folks watching here, all this dev is open source. It's on puffer.ai. If you want to help me out for free, just start the repo. And if you want to get involved with hyperf reinforcement learning, building M's, getting involved with training, infrastructure, all that, join the Discord. And we'll keep on this until breakfast, but this is the only command that actually freaking works, I swear. One Stack Overflow post. Eh? Okay. Dude, this just kills my term. We're gonna have to go hard reboot. That's like super, super obnoxious, but what else we're gonna do? So the hope is that if I'm no longer have this like multi-threaded utilization shenanigans, that we should no longer kill the driver. And then I'll just have to refactor the transcript a little bit to more elegantly include all the, basically to make it like easier to use multi-GPU training without having to like have a whole bunch of crap everywhere. We'll just kind of like refactor it a little bit. And then that will be a-okay. And this will be good to find out on this box. Actually, this will fix the Docker issue as well, so we should be fine with, we'll probably be fine using Docker again after this as well, which will be nice. Yeah, like this will kind of fix all our problems. All right, I'm heading for breakfast. Thanks, folks. Star repo really helps out. Back in 30, 40 minutes-ish.